Let's go.
The Ace and TJ family presents Unfiltered, Uncensored, and Uninterrupted. Well, almost.
Right ahead. Let's go.
This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
So, I've been seeing all these things about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Was that last night they did that?
Saturday night.
Yeah. And of course, everybody's all excited about Dolly Parton being in there. I just don't like her.
Yeah. She sucks.
I can't stand her.
It's getting to Betty White levels to me.
No, because you know why it doesn't to me? Because Dolly Parton is not. She's so cool about it. She's not always being dirty or whatever on TV and everything. She's just cool. She just shows up and you like her because she's not overdoing it.
Yeah, I think she's a
much.
diva. She's full of herself. Dolly Parton.
The big hoots.
Yeah. She made a career on nothing but having big boobs. That's
right.
it.
No talent whatsoever for Dolly.
Out there flitting around, bouncing them big boobs all over TV.
Yeah. It's kind of dirty, right?
And she did that little Christmas photo shoot for her husband. You know, she a little freak. She did that for him.
She a little freak? Mm-hmm. Bless her.
Well, you know, she says that she, her style has stayed the same since she was a little girl. There was a town whore, pretty much. That's the way the people treated her, the town whore.
They treated her like the town whore.
And she thought that the woman was beautiful and loved her style and all, 'cause she wore too much makeup and she had the bleached out hair and the way she dressed and all that. And so Dolly thought she was so beautiful. That's how she wanted to dress. And she just associated beauty with that style and has always kept it.
I thought you said that Dolly was known as the town whore when she was little. I was like, what?
That is not what he
No.
I was like, that's okay.
So is it better to be a whore in a big city or a whore in a small town?
Oh, be a whore in a big city.
That way you can kind of just blend in.
Yeah.
And because if you receive the title of town whore,
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Very bad.
then again, if you receive the title of city whore, then that means you beat out a lot of competition.
True.
Yeah.
What about if, like, in our area, the Triad area whore? How would that
The
be?
Tri-Cities whore.
Yeah.
She's the biggest whore in the Tri-Cities. Hey, man, that's a lot.
Tri-City whore over here.
In the Piedmont.
Yeah, that's asking a lot.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what she always says, that where her style came from is that she loved that woman in town, and all the other moms would talk crap about that woman. All the other women would gossip about her and talk crap about her. And she said, I thought she was pretty.
Dolly's speech was cool the other night. I saw part of it. She talked about how she didn't feel comfortable accepting the award at first until somebody explained it. They explained it to her. You know, it's what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is all about. And she's like, then she decided, okay, she didn't want to infringe upon keeping somebody out who deserved to be there because they were more rock and roll than she was. But then she handled it so gracefully and really cool. And they did a great version of Jolene at the end of the night.
Yeah, I read about that, but she didn't. They didn't allow any men up there to participate.
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Yeah.
I thought the Jolene song was just a bunch of women singing it.
No,
Pink and them.
Yeah, Pink was up there. Rob Halford from Judas Priest was up there as well.
During that?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if he thinks he can sing up there with Dolly, then he's got another thing coming.
Nobody else got that, but I did. That was well done.
Thank you. You got
They
another
crushed.
thing coming.
Oh, they sounded so good the other night, too. Yeah. Duran got in. That was cool to see Duran. But it was sad. Their original guitar player is about to die.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So was he there?
No, he was
He was
not.
supposed to die there.
Oh, man.
He was going to be there, but he sent them a letter, and they read the letter on stage saying that he's got like stage 4 prostate cancer and he's dying, and they he will probably die any day. But he was their original guitar player, and it was that was kind of a downer. But she was great. I mean, they were great. Duran sounded good.
Speaking of, I'm hungry like the wolf right now. I'm starving.
He's on fire today.
I don't know any of those.
Darn. Yeah.
Expressions.
But why is he sending them? It's like he's sending them a letter. Like it's so old school. I'm gonna have to pen them a letter.
Well, I think they were all, in
It's like
different parts of the world. They all live in different
get
parts.
out a telegram for me.
I've got a feather here. I'm going to write a letter.
Yeah. But
Dear
Judas Priest sounded
bandmates.
great.
Dear bandmates, stop. I wish I could be there with you tonight. Stop.
Oh my God.
So it was Judas Priest, Dolly, Duran Duran, and who else?
The Eurythmics got in.
Okay.
They sing. What's that song they sing? Somebody's watching you.
No.
Wait up, yeah, that one. I know that song.
She's got a great voice. She's a really, really good singer.
She's super talented. Let me see who else.
Who else was in there?
Oh God, I got to go through this whole thing. I just want to find a list of people. Pat Benatar.
How did she look?
I haven't seen any of that. Eurythmics, Eminem, Lionel Richie,
Doja Cat?
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Doja Cat not eligible yet.
Not yet.
How the hell did Lionel Richie make it?
I know.
He's never done anything.
My question is,
worth a flip.
how the hell is Lionel Richie just now getting in?
Yeah.
How does Lionel Richie just now get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe because he wasn't too hip on going to Cleveland for the ceremony.
They don't do it. They didn't do it in Cleveland this year. I don't know where
They
they did
didn't?
it. Yeah, they've moved it around.
Oh, well, then
By the
that's a
same
good
token,
thing.
Pat Benatar should have been in years ago.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list of people who were inducted. Is Carly Simon the one that Alexis got the name confused with somebody else?
I don't
I
even
thought
know.
said they were coming to town.
No,
Yeah,
that was Vanessa Carlton.
And you thought
No, it wasn't Vanessa. Was it Vanessa Carlton? That what's her name was coming?
It's Vanessa Carlton.
Yeah.
But you said Vanessa.
Vanessa Hudgens. Yeah,
With Stevie Nicks.
with Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis got in also.
How?
I know how
They're just giving them to anybody now.
they're letting everybody in.
Yeah. You've been there, haven't you, Ace?
Where? Yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's awesome. Cade and I went when we went to Cleveland. I've been there twice.
Ooh,
Wow.
Cleveland twice.
I
Wow.
hear they have really good food there in Cleveland.
I did
Yikes.
Cleveland. I've been there twice, and I've had a blast both times. It's
Yeah.
great.
The original Fahrenheit that does advertisement with us
Yeah.
is in Cleveland.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, I've only been. Yeah, the first time I just went straight. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and just hung out, and then the second time was a baseball trip. Cade and I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then went to see the Indians play. It was great.
Cleveland rocks.
Yeah. Did you see Drew Carey,
I did not.
Mimi.
Jim Brown?
Is Jim Carrey from
No.
there?
You see Jim Brown?
Jim Carey?
Yeah, from Cleveland.
He said Drew Carey.
Oh, Drew Carey.
Yeah.
From Cleveland.
Yeah, Drew Carey's from Cleveland. Yeah.
Jim
I like
Carrey.
that though, to confuse the two. In The Mask, you know, Drew Carey.
Drew Carey from The Mask.
From The Mask. And
Yes,
you know
I
he was
didn't-
the king of the hill.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Jim
to look and
Carrey's
see. I want to see
Canadian.
what Eminem did as a performance, if he even showed up.
You
I'm
can watch it.
assuming he showed up.
You can watch it November 19th on HBO.
Yeah, don't have that.
Oh, that's they recorded ahead of time.
yeah, that's all tape.
That seems like a long way away for it to happen over the weekend.
I like a lot of editing is required because you know you got all those bands and that show can get slow after a while.
Well, hopefully they'll put it on, early in the evening so their fan base can watch it.
Yeah, it's all older people.
Not older.
Oh,
Old ass. It's
Well-
all old ass people.
Look at though, Eminem's in. Riggins is 35. He spent his whole life. Eminem's been around as long as he's been into music.
it's been his whole
He's
life.
not
He
old.
hates Eminem, though.
Huh?
He hates Eminem.
I know, but my point is, Alexis, is that he's like, Riggins isn't old, but there's a guy that's in that he's,
Alexis is looking
around
at me
forever.
like you're old.
You're old. Like,
Thanks a lot. I didn't need that.
I'm
but-
old too, though. We old. It's all right.
32 is not old.
It is. Feels like it.
Yeah. In single years it is.
Oh, is it?
My joints be hurting.
I know. Then you roll them a little tighter.
That's what you hear all the old people say.
Yeah, my joints be hurting.
They be hurting.
When's Kid Rock getting in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
He won't.
Never.
They won't
never
let him.
Kid Rock in.
Why not? Because he doesn't know how to act.
No, because Because he's not a liberal and he speaks out against liberalism. They won't ever let him in.
Well, it's a sham then.
Well, of course it is.
Of course, it's a sham.
I mean, please.
It's been a sham for years.
It's dumb. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
When did they start letting people that aren't rock and rollers in the Hall of Fame?
Day one.
Yeah,
For real? It's been like that since day
a lot
one?
of times they've let a lot of soul groups or I don't know, the pop groups kind of came later. But I mean, how do you you can't have a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and not have, a James Brown in there. Because even though he wasn't rock and roll,
No, I mean, I
he
agree.
was heavily influenced.
Wait a minute. There's more than one James Brown?
You know what I mean?
We need at least one in here.
I bet if you looked at the phone directory, it'd probably be 10 in each town.
Yeah.
now.
It's my cousin James,
James
Brown.
Brown. Hey, we call him Jamie. Hey, Jamie Brown. You're in the Hall of Fame, man.
Pretty sweet.
I guess they used the rock and roll definition from the beginning, like in the 50s when it started, where it was all kinds of genres.
Like you're
and then
just-
they started just breaking them up later.
Like when they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna rock and roll tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock around the clock and whatnot.
Well, a lot of that was, radio kind of effed it all up for everybody. Because they started creating, we're only going to play this music. And used to they would play everything. So now that's
Oh
why.
yeah, the radio stations weren't like, okay, top 40 or
Right.
whatever. They were just whatever
But
music.
they
Who got
would,
to pick?
They would say, "Hey, there's we're playing the hottest hits, but it could be from anything, anything that people like." Instead of saying it's this type or this type or this type or this type. You know what I mean?
Wow, cool.
Radio sucks.
Like you could hear Jerry Lee Lewis in one song and the next song be Little Richard or Hank Williams.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of Jerry Lee Lewis, since he died recently, my wife just fails to see the brilliance that was The Killer. I've tried to show her a couple of YouTube videos, and she's like, "Yeah, okay, let's go."
I would love to see what that is like. Ace
I
trying to
can-
show
I will-
Amanda a
I will
YouTube
gladly-
video
I'm
in
like-
Amanda's face.
I'm like, check this dude out. I mean, he's from Faraday, Louisiana. He's right close to where I grew
God.
up. So it's like, check this out.
I mean, there's no doubt in the talent level that he had, but I mean, just pure white trash.
Not a good person. He was just
Pure white trash.
There's no escaping that.
Ugh,
You're right.
dumb as hell.
Was he dumb?
As hell.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go back and see the video clips of interviews with him when he's, with his new 13-year-old cousin, Myra Gale,
Yeah.
married.
A lot of people were calling him pedophile and stuff.
Well, yeah, he
Sounds pretty
married a 13-year-old.
pedophile-ish.
His 13-year-old cousin.
By the definition of the word.
That
They are
is.
correct.
And then it's his cousin, so double whammy.
He's an incestual
Second cousin,
pedophile.
I think, right?
Well, it makes
Yeah,
it
because
worse that she's 13.
Because his cousin, didn't he have to sign
Yeah.
over
Yeah, it was his
custody of her to Jared Lee Lewis?
his cousin's daughter.
No, I don't like that.
Sign it over to custody.
Yeah, go watch the movie Great Balls of Fire with Dennis Quaid. It shows all of it.
And
It's not a bad movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but the bad part about it is you'll watch the movie and you'll think Dennis Quaid, wow, he's really overacting and acting silly. Dennis Quaid nailed it. Like, that's just how weird Jerry Lee Lewis was.
All right, how old was Jerry Lee Lewis when he married 13-year-old Myra Gale?
I don't know. Hang on. I think he was like 22 or
I
something.
thought it was 19. I could be wrong.
Give me 2 seconds.
Ew, the picture of him with this little girl looks so creepy.
Does it?
Yeah, that's pretty
I
weird.
thought he was pretty handsome.
He was 22.
Yeah, he was 22. And she was 13.
Ew.
Okay, now,
They later divorced.
yeah.
Shocker. Shocker that marriage didn't last.
And shame on the dad of that little girl for signing over custody. I'd been like, no, I'm not doing that.
Now, I know the differences are huge here. I'm not saying they're the same thing. But, so how many years was the difference between their ages?
9.
9. Okay. So, but the difference being when they're both adults and not related to each other. But Dennis Quaid, who played Jerry Lee Lewis in the movie, is 39 years older than his wife.
Yeah.
How old is his wife right now?
27. Wait, no, 29, and he's 68.
Ew. Dennis Quaid, though?
I think, because it says in June 25th, 2020. She's 27, he's 66.
Creepy.
Dennis Quaid is still ripped, too.
He's very handsome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still, what's the age difference, you said?
39 years.
39 years? Oh, God, that's weird.
So in her about section, it says that she's a PhD student, but she's not in school. So that means she never graduated, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Heck no, she married Dennis Quaid.
She was like,
She don't need a PhD.
I was about to get my doctorate, but I'm just going to hang around the house here with Dennis Quaid for a while.
Yeah, they live in Nashville.
Because he's got plenty of money. That's one of those people I've always heard nice things about. People say he's very nice. That he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, my daughter says he's nice.
He's intense sometimes.
She worked at a place in Nashville he would come into. Say he was really nice. But quiet. It's a quiet fella.
Really? Mm-hmm. Did he try to flirt with her at all?
No.
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 As far as you know.
Right.
As far as I know.
Share funny from the Ace and TJ family. More next.
One of the main things that we can do to make our homes stay comfortable is to make sure that there are no pests in the home. And the best way to do that is with our friends at Cardinal Environmental Solutions. Now, Cardinal Environmental Solutions has over 25 years of experience in the pest control industry. And the thing about it is that they are from this area. They serve the entire greater Charlotte area, and they grew up here in Charlotte. They raise their families here in Charlotte. They understand the climate, the soil types, all of the various pests that invade our homes, and they even deal with the bad mosquitoes that we have. So if you need someone to take care and make sure that your house is bug-free and rodent-free, then you need Cardinal Environmental Solutions. They're very easy to find. Just go to acetj.com/cardinal, acetj.com/cardinal, and start living pest-free today with Cardinal.
Hey, it's funny you'll share. The Ace and TJ family presents the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
I saw the headline about Kathy Griffin being upset because evidently she got banned from Twitter or whatever. And anything that upsets Kathy Griffin, I'm all into. Like, ooh, what happened?
Well, she's been suspended.
Suspended.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that,
And
temporary.
why?
Because she is using Elon Musk's name on her profile, which goes against the Twitter rules, which is why they established the verification system, so that you couldn't specifically impersonate somebody else. Now, because they match it up with your driver's license and everything. And if you're a business that wants to get verified, you have to submit the articles of incorporation, I think is what they call them. It does mean something. So even now that he's charging $8 a month, you're still going to have to provide proof that you are who you say you are.
Yeah.
And the issue with Kathy Griffin was that she was purporting to be Elon Musk, and then
tweeting things that would look bad on him.
Yeah.
and then tweeting stuff like that. Yeah. So he was totally within the Twitter rules and regulations to do that. But I also think part of him was like, screw her. I'm going to suspend her.
Yeah.
And Valerie Bertinelli did the same thing.
Valerie Bertinelli was doing it over the weekend, talking about go out and vote if you care about women's rights, things like that, under the name of Elon Musk. But I don't know if she got suspended or anything, but I would imagine.
I'm going to say on you.
You're going to say you're me?
Yeah.
What would you tweet? Well, never mind. Let's not go down that road.
You know what? Though?
Yeah, that's
that's
what
a
it
good
is.
point. I didn't think about that when I thought about, well, who cares? If it's $8 a month, just don't pay the money. Being verified is not that big a deal. But if you're a celebrity or a well-known person like that or a corporation, you have to prevent those types of things from happening. That's why you would be verified.
Yeah, like there's a Facebook page that purports to be this show. Mm-hmm. And they post very graphic pornography. And I get messages all the time. Oh my God. So, we can only do so much. You can report them for having inappropriate content and things like that. But that's where the verification badge comes in handy. You go, well, clearly it's not us. They're not verified. So
I
it
wonder,
does serve a purpose.
I wonder if these people, though, that are so against Elon Musk, like say Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I mean, they're already, beefing with each other. And he said, "All right, send me your $8 or whatever." See, and that's what the problem is that he's not a conservative, he's not a Republican, he's none of those things. However, he, being a man and standing up and speaking against that type of person with the more progressive, liberal, Marxist, whatever they are, they can't stand it. No matter what his political beliefs are or have been in the past, you don't challenge them. You don't make them stop and have to explain themselves, or it's just too bad for you. You're the enemy immediately. Don't just if you don't just let them take their own path and go do whatever you want. We're never going to challenge you. Say whatever you want to say. But the fact that he does, then that makes him the enemy. So now they're all just like trying to turn him into the devil.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny that he keeps coming back at him. It's like, so what? Okay, you're suspended. All right, well, send me $8, AOC.
Did you see the other day he's going to charge? They said that reporters with the pronouns they, them, they're going to charge $16 because it's like a family plan or something. that kind of stuff is funny. But the only thing that gripes me about it is they say things like, now you were supposed to be the harbinger of free speech, but now you're going to charge us $8. And as he pointed out, no, Twitter's still free. It's only $8 if you want to be verified. But like that's a lie that you see a lot of Democrat politicians keep putting back out there. No, now they're going to charge us $8 to be on Twitter. No, that's not true. You're charging $8 to be verified. Everybody else can be on Twitter still for free.
Yeah, and the big thing is, he's just not banning conservatives from saying what they think is right or what their opinions are. That's the difference. See, that's not free speech to progressives. Free speech means we say whatever we want to and nobody challenges us. However, I think that those types of things are just hilarious. And I've always said, mock people like that. They take themselves so seriously. Mock them. You're suspended. You're banned. Send me $8.
I'm just looking for some.
But then the thing that they do, it's just, you just can't have a billionaire owning these information companies and da 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 da. Well, who owned Twitter before he did?
I mean,
Who owns Facebook and Instagram?
they all are.
They're all billionaires. Now, I'm not on Twitter very much. There are a few accounts I follow, just for news and stuff, but I don't know if I'm a celebrity, I would probably pay the $8, just like you said, to keep somebody from making a fake account of me or something.
Yeah, it's worth it to your image.
Mm-hmm. And it's $8 a month.
Yeah, and you get more benefits from it. It's a whole package called Twitter Blue, and there are some advantages of having it. But the biggest one is that you can keep your verification.
I would want that for Instagram. I'd pay it.
Would you?
Yeah.
You want to be verified?
I want to be verified. I want that blue check mark.
He should say Twitter Blue, but it doesn't anymore.
It's much better now. Yeah, there's some great content on Twitter. Lots of jokes, which I like.
Yeah, it can be really funny. It can also be a terrible, horrible place. But
so, do you think these celebrities will go, try to do something else and just get off Twitter?
Maybe, but I think most of them will cave and will buy it.
Mm-hmm. What about the politicians? Are they going to pay $8 a month?
They should, if they're smart. Because if somebody starts imitating them and starts tweeting out like really offensive things, they're going to really be upset about it.
But say AOC made such a big stink and said, I will not be paying any money or whatever. She goes back and does it now.
Yeah.
Then what will she say?
That's a good question. I don't
Probably would say, I didn't do that, or I
Yeah.
never said that, or, any of the other stuff.
Yeah, she's kind of painted herself into a corner with this one. But
they're allowed to do that.
Paint themselves into a corner.
Literally.
Literally.
I don't know. I just think it's funny when he goes back at him.
Well, he said the other day, he said, I'm in a good place because I need to be in a space where both the left and the right hate me. Mm-hmm. And that's sort of how you maintain balance. And he said it's happening. So, maybe that is a good place to be when you're equally disliked by everybody, no matter their political affiliation.
And then who's his ex-girlfriend that he banned?
One of his exes, the mother of one of his children, is named Grimes. She's a pop singer. Now, I don't know if she's one of the people that have banned him.
I recognize the name. Somebody that he dated at one point got her account suspended or something. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's probably the first thing I would do.
Yeah.
If I had that kind of money and I could buy a company like that, I'd just go ban everybody I didn't like. All of my personal, the people I know personally that I don't like, I just ban them.
Wielding power for petty things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Every great leader should follow.
Right. A world of spite.
Yeah.
That's what I live for. A world ruled by spite. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't?
No, I would. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I got 15 business. I'm launching things into space. I'm digging holes through the planet. Now I got Twitter. Yeah, I'm doing some crazy shit. I mean, you can't not do some crazy stuff. That's the kind of personality. He's, anybody that's that successful, a little bit off, a little bit spiteful, probably.
Yeah, like if you give him bad service at a restaurant and you're rude about it, find out your name, ban you from Twitter.
Banned. You're done. And I'm buying the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'm hiring all your exes to work there or something.
Hey, miss any part of Share Funny? Subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast platforms. More Share Funny coming up.
One of the main things that we can do to make our homes stay comfortable is to make sure that there are no pests in the home. And the best way to do that is with our friends at Cardinal Environmental Solutions. Now, Cardinal Environmental Solutions has over 25 years of experience in the pest control industry. And the thing about it is that they are from this area. They serve the entire greater Charlotte area, and they grew up here in Charlotte. They raise their families here in Charlotte. They understand the climate, the soil types, all of the various pests that invade our homes, and they even deal with the bad mosquitoes that we have. So if you need someone to take care and make sure that your house is bug-free and rodent-free, then you need Cardinal Environmental Solutions. They're very easy to find. Just go to acetj.com/cardinal, acetj.com/cardinal, and start living pest-free today with Cardinal.
Share Funny has its own Facebook group. To join, search Share Funny and get more. Now more Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family.
I said something one time, and people acted like I had said something really wrong, like really offensive. But all I said was that I don't think women ever look feminine when they're squatting.
like in the gym?
No,
or just
no, in a squatted position.
Okay.
Like you see women squat to take pictures sometimes.
Yeah.
What women squat to take pictures?
Or whatever.
Low,
You know, they'll
whatever.
squat and then chuck the deuce while they're squatting.
Oh.
I love that.
He's right.
Or when they're squatting and they're, gyrating about or whatnot, or either when they just squat with their legs to the side and take a picture in the mirror when they're squatted, taking a picture. But it doesn't look feminine,
It's not the most feminine pose you could
But
have.
it doesn't mean that you're not feminine or there's anything wrong with you.
Yeah,
I'm just
'cause-
saying that, just like the same as saying that I don't care who the guy is. If he's on rollerblades, he's not looking masculine in that moment.
That's funny that you say that because didn't they tell women they used to have to squat to have children? So that's the most feminine thing you can do. Squat to have a baby.
I don't know. just,
I think it makes perfect sense.
you know, and if you're a man and you're doing ballroom dancing, you can be as masculine of a guy ever. But in order to do the dance properly, you've got to look less masculine to do it. Pointing of the toes and the arm extension, the way you have to do all of that stuff. But now, as soon as the music stops, you can go beat the shit out of every guy in there. But while that's happening, you don't look masculine.
Plie.
And mostly, I see the women squatting thing in pictures on social media. And,
In groups or solo?
I've seen both. Yeah.
I'm trying to picture that.
It's almost like though in their pictures they're squatting as if to be like drop it low, you know. They're not dancing, but it's like they are, you know, in that position.
I'm gonna Google women squatting. Oh, well, this is not at all what I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Just like no woman looks elegant twerking.
I beg to differ.
Oh.
There is an elegant version of a twerk.
Well, then, okay, maybe, but I've never seen it.
I really find that hard to believe that there's an elegant version of the twerk.
Doesn't mean you're not an elegant person. Doesn't mean you don't have the capabilities of being elegant.
But in that moment,
But when you're twerking, that is not an elegant look.
sure not.
Elegant is boring, anyways.
Be that as it may. Just because it's boring doesn't mean it doesn't have a definition.
Having class is always boring.
What? Are you
still
still looking
lost
at
over there,
Yeah,
Reagan?
I
squatting, women squatting?
Well, listen, I saw the headline, TikTok of a woman squatting in the gym is dividing people. I'm like, oh, where am I going to fall on this? Oh, no. Will I support it or will I be so offended by seeing this woman squatting in the gym? Turns out I love it.
Women in squatting position.
I don't think there's anything good that can come from it anyway.
Oh, 'cause she looks great doing it. That's why people are divided.
Let me see the picture.
Pull it back up. It's workout gear, but somebody's like, I would wear sweatpants and a hoodie if I'm doing that in front of guys.
Oh yeah, I mean,
What? She's working out in the gym?
yeah, and she looks hot.
That's great.
So she's just an attractive
but it's a
lady
gym
working
squat.
out in the gym.
I feel
yeah.
like it's going to be different than just a random squat.
Yeah, she's not doing anything. But
Because I
she's,
feel hot when I do gym squats.
You do? Okay.
Yeah,
She looks like LL Cool J.
yeah, that.
There's nothing feminine about that.
That
Yeah.
She's cute.
Yeah, very.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. All of them are exercise pictures, but that's actually what I look for all the time. If a woman's squatting, that turns me on.
Like a squatter.
Squat down. Squat down. All right. She feminine?
Gigi?
Look, she feminine looking in that?
yeah, she's cute.
I don't think she looks feminine in it.
Yeah, it's not the most feminine pose, but she doesn't look unfeminine.
That's feminine swag.
I think part of that is the fact that she's turned sideways.
All right.
So she's looking sideways at the camera. Helps.
I don't know if I can show this one because it looks like her shorts may be a little too short, but. All right, I'll try to find a better because I'm sure it's going to be seen on the cameras.
Yeah. Squat on that camera, Alexis.
Okay,
Don't. You can't say anything like that. That's,
it's exercise. That's how you get your booty cheeks to get big.
Yeah.
Oh, squatting.
Squatting on camera.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow these cheeks. I'd be squatting all over the place.
That's not a feminine look.
Ooh.
She's pretty, but that's not feminine.
Yeah. No.
Why she look so awkward?
It's like an album cover.
Because squatting is not a normal pose for women.
Yeah. He's right.
It's not a natural pose. Can you squat for me?
Let me see you squat.
See?
That's okay. You're finding the most weirdest
Is that a gun?
pictures.
What is that?
Yeah, it's
She's
a gun.
standing.
gun?
She's standing on a chair with a gun.
You can't
Is that what-
smile, grin like a ear to ear grin, and also have a gun in your picture.
Is she standing in a chair or
Yeah,
squatting in a
squatting
chair
in a
with a
chair.
gun?
Weird.
All I did was I Googled women in squatting position. That's all I did. And whether they're weird or not, I can't help it.
That's funny.
Here, hold this gun and do it now. She's like, okay.
But
And I think
what I
the
understand is why-
lower their butt is to the ground, the less feminine it looks.
Why are you squatting in a chair?
Just for the picture.
That's not ideal. Like, who's going to use that's a Shutterstock stock image, you know? Like, what company or business is going to be like, find me a woman that's squatting on a chair with a pistol?
Right.
Wearing a leather bodysuit.
Yeah.
Grinning from ear to ear.
Why did you buy that?
No, yeah, these three are great, but we need we need them smiling. Okay, give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Get up there.
Squat.
Get up there and squat.
Hold this gun.
Now smile. Big smiles. And women don't need to be squatting in the gym either.
Yes, they
as,
do.
As an exercise.
Why not?
It's not good.
That's how you get your butt to grow.
My point, exactly.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about your preference. You like pancake butt.
No, the reason that that I'm against it is because women can't stand it when men have something that they do that it doesn't concern women. So now women had to infiltrate the gyms, and now they're lifting weights, and so
My God.
it's like we got to lift weights too. How dare he have fun lifting weights? I'm gonna, by God, start lifting weights. He's not gonna have this fun without me.
So
Next
you're-
thing you know, women all over the gym taking pictures, telling men how they ought to be lifting the weights and what the proper technique is and all that.
Are you saying that women
And
should
squatting.
not be in lifting weights?
No, they should not.
Okay.
No,
You're ridiculous.
they should be doing aerobics classes and riding bikes, in there with the other women in the class.
Stairmaster?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
Interesting.
That's how you get your butt toned up and all, is on a stair mill
A stair mill.
and doing lunges.
I can't with this man.
Lunge up hills. Leave the iron pumping to the men.
I'm gonna pump some iron. Speaking of, you need to watch that documentary on Netflix about the bodybuilder woman
Killed her
who killed her husband.
It's pretty wild,
Called
isn't it?
Killer Sally.
Killer Sally. Yeah, I watched it this weekend.
I watched part of it. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
See, right there, proving my point. Women don't need to be lifting weights.
She could squat him.
I know.
And he was huge.
He was huge.
And ended up killing him.
You're right. Actually,
Killed him.
she shot him in the face.
Yeah. All from lifting weights.
Yeah.
Wasn't
She's
something like
pumped
crushing
up.
with the thighs or something.
No, but they show videos of her doing that to people, and I was like, you could kill someone like that. Kill her thighs.
What a delicious way to go out,
I do think that women should come into the weightlifting portion of the gym to bring healthy snacks they've baked at home. High protein snacks for the men when they get through
Stop
tearing down their muscles.
Yeah, right. You're ridiculous. Shut up.
Snacks that are packed with amino acids.
This This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next.
One of the main things that we can do to make our homes stay comfortable is to make sure that there are no pests in the home. And the best way to do that is with our friends at Cardinal Environmental Solutions. Now, Cardinal Environmental Solutions has over 25 years of experience in the pest control industry. And the thing about it is that they are from this area. They serve the entire greater Charlotte area, and they grew up here in Charlotte. They raise their families here in Charlotte. They understand the climate, the soil types, all of the various pests that invade our homes, and they even deal with the bad mosquitoes that we have. So if you need someone to take care and make sure that your house is bug-free and rodent-free, then you need Cardinal Environmental Solutions. They're very easy to find. Just go to acetj.com/cardinal, acetj.com/cardinal, and start living pest-free today with Cardinal.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family.
Let's go.
So this lady calls herself Brooke. She sent a message and said, Amber Heard is the one that I was thinking about that dated Elon Musk, that he had banned from Twitter or suspended her account or whatever.
Did she say something about him to cause him to suspend her?
I don't
He was
know.
like, you know what? I don't like her anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and suspend her account.
I don't know. I just saw that the headline. A lot of times I don't read the stories. I just see the headlines.
Okay.
If I can get enough out of the headline, fine. If not, then I'll just ask somebody. Beats reading. Always.
Yes, it does.
So, Alexis, you were talking about that lady, the documentary. She was a bodybuilder, and her husband was a bodybuilder, and she killed him, and now it's a documentary now.
Yeah.
Do you know what, and I think this had something to do with women in general getting into lifting weights. The fake boobs changed female bodybuilding in a huge way. Because when female bodybuilding first started, they looked like men with women's heads. Looked like a woman's head on a man's body. Mm-hmm. Because they would work the chest, and the chest just looked like pecs on a man. Because they didn't have big boobs, huge boobs, it would just look like a man's chest. But the minute the first female bodybuilder got fake boobs, that was like, oh, okay, now we're looking like women, not men. And it became a whole big thing. So other women look at that and go, well, I don't have to be as big as she is, but I'd like to have a little muscle on me and this, that, and the other. And so, but I don't want to look too masculine. What do I need to do? Wham! Slap a big old pair of fake titties on.
Yeah, but the
Then
titties,
get in the gym.
the boobs look so weird on bodybuilders. Like when they're so buff and then they have the fake boob, it just, it looks weird. I don't know.
I don't think so at all.
By weird, you mean scorching ass hot?
You think that's hot? Like when you
No.
have just a big old.
No, I'm not a big fan
Yes.
of bodybuilder women. TJ loves bodybuilder.
They look like a
I'm not
Donkey
fan.
Kong,
It's
but
not
with
my thing.
boobs.
I love a woman with some nice lats.
Ew.
Yeah, that's
Big
not
old
my
ass
thing.
lats out to here. Traps up to here.
Their thighs being this huge.
And a big
Those
old
girls
pair
are
of fake
scary
titties.
looking, man. They
Big
could
ol'.
beat anybody up.
Would they go big? I don't recall seeing them.
What?
They'd go huge boobs.
Oh
like
yeah,
big,
man.
Big.
Yeah, you paying the same price.
Yeah.
Might as well get the big ones.
Right. Man.
Oh, and the clear high heel also elevated female bodybuilding as well. They didn't have to worry about wasting time matching the shoes to their bikinis.
I don't, those bodybuilders, like watching that documentary this past weekend, like the guys and the girls when they're doing the shows and they're like doing it's just weird to look at. I don't know. I don't like
Yeah.
it. They're flexing all the muscles. They're like, it's like, okay, dude, whatever. I would never want to date a bodybuilder.
Why?
I'm not attracted to that. I don't think that's attractive.
What's your What would be the ideal body type for you?
I like athletic. Like I like a muscular man, but that's OD. Like that's too
Yeah,
much.
but I mean, so you're like a
what would
Michael
I
B.
say?
Jordan?
Yes.
Who I know you like, but like when
What's
he's,
more than Michael B. Jordan? Like The Rock. I still think The Rock's hot. Like his body type.
but he's huge.
The Rock is
he's kind of
But
like
he's
a
not like a
bodybuilder.
bodybuilder, is
yes,
he?
he is.
He's more of a bodybuilder look than a
Let me
just
see.
an athletic look. Yeah.
Because he doesn't look as dramatic as those guys that were on this documentary.
Well, no,
Well,
not,
if you-
but he's still massive.
Yeah, I like that kind of massive. That's okay for
But
me.
I mean, if you oiled him up and put him on stage and had him do a pose down, I'm sure he would look more like those guys.
Yeah.
You know, than
Okay,
Michael B.
maybe.
Jordan.
It is
would.
it is kind of a lot,
You can't
but,
say you don't like bodybuilders. You'd say you like The Rock.
but he does it. He's not. I don't know.
Dude is enormous.
What about Tim Tebow?
I think I would say yes. I haven't seen him in a while, but from what I remember,
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would.
he's religious though, right? So he's not gonna want me to.
I'm talking about we're talking about his body part. Don't start slamming the man because he's religious.
I'm not. I'm saying that he's gonna. I'm not gonna try to be a bad influence on him. Is what I was trying to say.
He's a square.
No, I was gonna say I'm not gonna try to corrupt him.
So you would. So you go with the fact that you would be corrupting him as opposed to thinking he'd probably make me a better person.
Oh yeah, no, I'd definitely corrupt him.
No, the forces of evil.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
way
do that
more
to
strong.
somebody. I at least know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I was just wondering if you think that he's his physique is along the lines of what you would be looking for.
I like.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like.
So professional athletes, good. Professional bodybuilders, too
No.
much.
If you look like
It's a
you
small
could.
window.
Well, yeah, but you have to see this documentary. It's insane.
Well, no, I know what a bodybuilder is.
I guess I never really paid attention.
You have to see it.
Yeah.
It's like they can snap you in half in 1 second.
We had who was in the studio? We had one of the world's biggest.
Cutler.
Jay
Jay
Cutler.
Cutler.
Who was like the ultimate bodybuilder. He was in, and he was enormous.
Isn't he a
Like,
football player?
It was
That's a different one.
different.
Different one.
It was shocking.
Yeah.
He was just unbelievable.
Yeah, no, and big, but like just wide.
Wide.
It was like a door. He was shaped like a door.
And he was
Like
very
just-
nice. But
Yeah.
wow, was he enormous.
Yeah, and not much. I mean, about as exciting as.
Yeah, not a big conversationalist.
Oh man.
Unless you talk about bodybuilder stuff.
Yeah.
Then they're into that.
I'm afraid to talk any shit about him because he
I know they're
Yeah.
gonna come
popped me
find
like a
us.
grape.
And people always used to say, when bodybuilding first, got to be, really popular, people would go, yeah, but they're not strong. No, they got those muscles and all that because they lift light weights 1,000 times or whatever, but they're not strong. They just got those big muscles. Until they showed backstage of a bodybuilder contest one time, and they showed them back there pumping up their muscles, throwing weights through the ceiling, big heavy ass weights. Then that whole theory went away.
They're warming up with more weight than I
Yeah.
can lift on a day where I'm trying to max out. Never mind.
Yeah, when they're lifting those huge barbells and the barbell looks like it's about to split. It's like insane.
What I like is how big when they're using dumbbells, how big the dumbbells look when
Yeah.
they're really,
They look like
dumbbells
cartoons.
I know,
about
like
this
little tiny.
wide.
They're like, boop.
Yeah. And I'm over here with the purple ones.
I'd be lit to be able to switch bodies with a bodybuilder for like 24 hours just to see what it's like.
Can confirm it would be lit.
So I'd just be lifting everything.
Just walking around lifting.
Walk around
going around
lifting. Is
lifting
that
things.
it? Yeah.
You couldn't if you had to be a bodybuilder for one day, you wouldn't make it
Why not?
because you wouldn't be able to eat nearly enough. You wouldn't be able to eat all the food that they have to eat.
But if I'm in their body, I could.
I don't know.
And that would be the biggest dream come true. Oh, I would go to every buffet. I would go eat everything I've ever wanted to eat.
But no, you would have to do stuff like drink a dozen eggs or stuff like that.
No, I would go
You'd
eat.
have to eat,
Chinese
solid
buffet.
proteins and all of that.
I'd do
Yeah,
my
their
own
diets
version.
they suck. They don't eat anything because it tastes good.
How can you even enjoy life that way?
I know. I can't think of a way to either.
I survive to eat, not eat to survive.
Oh my God, that's so profound. Let's write
It down.
copyright ATJ Inc. into the camera.
That part.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
Shut up.
If you want to be happy, you got to have something happening.
Oh,
Very true.
that's profound.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
What other good morsels do you have?
2 in the pink.
The Share Funny podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace and TJ app. Just search for Ace and TJ in your app store. All Share Funny material copyright ATJ Incorporated 2021.